Good morning. It is another hair vlog week. I think we're on like week 6 of hair vlogs now. Anyways, it's Monday. It is a holiday Monday, so I'm not going anywhere today. I'm gonna be a day at home, might go to the gym. My hair was washed yesterday, so I'm just gonna dry shampoo it. I did use the Batiste dry shampoo today because that's what was sitting right in front of me. There we go. I think I am just going to leave my hair like that. The styling that I did to it with a little dry shampoo, yeah, yesterday I styled it, so it's perked up quite a bit with that dry shampoo. I'm going to leave a hair tie on my wrist, so when I go to the gym later I can throw it up in a quick bun. But that's all I'm going to do for my hair today. Real quick, before we say goodbye for today, I wanted to talk about the purpose of these hair vlogs, because on a few of my recent ones I have received some feedback from people that's a little bit negative, because I think some people maybe misunderstand the purpose or the point of my hair vlogs. The point is not to every day show you an amazing, exciting new hairstyle that you can try. It is to share the reality of what doing your hair every day usually looks like, because for most of us, we're not getting up and doing these fancy styles all the time. And when you watch these creators like myself who show you this content where we're always doing really pretty things with our hair, it makes you feel like that's what people do, is they get up every day and they do really pretty things with their hair. But the reality is, just because we can do really pretty things with our hair doesn't mean we are doing really pretty things with our hair on a daily basis. Most days we are just normal people with normal basic hair that's not that exciting and maybe not even something that you think is all that pretty. But that's how it is. And if you come to my vlogs to kind of be inspired to just have everyday hair, that's great. If you come to learn new and exciting hairstyles, then my other content is probably more what you're looking for, not these videos. But yeah, so hopefully you guys can see this content for what it is and enjoy it for what it is and not criticize it for what it's not. But your prerogative, you get to do with this content what you want after I put it out there. So hopefully I will continue to see you here at my hair vlogs and we can enjoy styling our hair together every day. I will see you tomorrow. Good morning, day 2. I was going to oil my hair today. I even had my oil all ready. I put a paper towel around it because sometimes it leaks out afterwards. So if you're wondering, that's what the paper towel is for, so the bottle doesn't get all oily. I was going to oil my hair and then wash it today, but then I remembered I need to film a bunch of content tomorrow that I don't have time to do today, so I need to clean my hair tomorrow. And you know, girl math, hair wash math, we don't want to have to wash our hair 2 days in a row. So I'm gonna put it up, but I'm feeling like I want a slick bun today, so that's what we're gonna do. My tools that I'm gonna use for my slick bun, I'm gonna have 2 of my little hair ties, the little no snag nylon ones that I have on my Amazon storefront, and I've got my Smooth Company tools. That's what I always use for my slick backs now. I've got one of their brushes, I've got their smooth stick, and I've got their Smooth Dream Nourishing Cream, which I love these because yes, there are other products that will hold your hair down, but these do it with ingredients that are actually good for your hair and actually nourish your hair. There's even biotin in this. So great, feeling like you're doing something good for your hair when you're on that regrowth journey, even though you're putting it a slick back and you're worried that maybe that tension could cause some hair loss, which don't worry, you can put your hair in a slick back once in a while and your hair's not all going to fall out. Just don't do it every day. But even when you are doing it, using products like these makes me feel a little bit better about it because there's good ingredients. And no, they don't pay me. They've never paid me. I just, once they sent me these, because they did send them to me for free, but they've never told me that I had to talk about them. They never said I had to give them a review. They just offered them to me and I took them, and I genuinely love them. So I love talking about them. So those are the things we're going to use today. I lied. We're also going to use my regular Framer detangling hairbrush because I always do that before using my slick brush. So we're just going to start putting it up in a ponytail. All right, once we've got it in the ponytail from the detangling brush, that's when I go back in with this smoothing brush to get that really nice smoothness that we like with our slick back. All right, and then I am going to tie it with my ponytail. So now we've come on an interesting dilemma. I've put it in a ponytail, but you can see we've actually got a lump. A pretty good lump, not the kind of lump where we're gonna be like, no, let's just leave that. It's a lump. So you have two options. You can take the brush and just kind of slick it back towards and see if that works. In this case, it's kind of working, but you can still kind of see the lump. The only other thing you can do is take out the ponytail and keep doing it. Now, before I slick, I'm gonna actually use the detangling brush, because a lot of times when there's a lump like that, it's often because there's maybe like a tangle or some hairs going in a different direction underneath, and the smoothing brush doesn't get as deep into your hair and kind of reorganize all those hairs into a smooth pattern like your detangling brush will. So that's why I like to use the combination of both. So now that we have fixed that, we will just add the pony. And then we're just going to spread this around. And pop this hair tie on top. Spread all that out. And then we just drag these little guys around. And then I guess I forgot I need one more hair tool. I'm gonna have to go get it, bobby pins, because we gotta put like 1 or 2 little bobby pins into these tail ends just to secure them. Okay, so I accidentally paused my camera while I was putting bobby pins in. I ended up putting in 4 bobby pins. Sorry about that. Now we're gonna use the smooth stick. Obviously at this point, because we've just slicked and brushed everything back, none of the little hairs are sticking out, but don't let that fool you. Don't let that make you think you don't need to use these products, because those baby hairs will rear their ugly head as soon as you start to move around. So I still go around the entire perimeter of my face with the smooth stick, getting all those little hairs, making sure they've got product on them, as well as, look, you can already see them, as well as the nape. Don't forget that part of your hairline behind your ears, the nape of your neck. And then we use the smooth cream. Take a little there. I don't rub it into my fingers, but I just kind of like spread it out, so I'm not putting one big clump anywhere. And I start right at the hairline where the baby hairs would be the most, and then I kind of bring it back. And I'm very gentle-handed with this. I don't want to like that, because I don't want to mess up anything. And then I take another little dollop for the back, because the back needs a little bit more. Because the back is where I have a lot of short hairs that do not reach all the way up to my bun, and if I want those to stay up, then I've got to do something like this. There we go. That is our slick back bun done for the day, and I will see you guys tomorrow. It's day 3, and we are getting my scalp ready to oil. So I am just massaging my scalp pre-oil to get that blood circulating. I massage for 2 to 3 minutes pre-oil, and then I massage 2 to 3 minutes post-oil. So for oiling my hair, it has been just over 2 months now, I want to say. I'd have to go back and look at the exact dates, but I'd say a little bit over 2 months now. And I am definitely noticing improvements in the hydration in my hair, and it really seems like the rate of hair growth has escalated for me, which is great. It's also annoying because I'm dealing with so much short hair at the top of my head right now. It's making my haircut feel very shaggy, and I'm not one that loves a shaggy haircut. I like layers, but not shag. So it's a little annoying, but a necessary evil. when the hair is growing, it's going to have to go through a short phase before it gets long. That's just the way it goes. So let's finish massaging the scalp. All right, scalp is sufficiently massaged. I'm gonna wrap it up in a towel. I do typically warm my towel up for 10 to 15 seconds in the microwave before I put it on. You don't have to do that, but the warmth just helps the oil penetrate very deeply. I'm gonna leave this on for a couple hours, then I'm gonna come back and wash and style my hair so I can film some content for you guys today. My goodness, I started curling without you guys. I was gonna forget to film it. I like to take small to medium sections with this wand. I'll show you the wand I'm using in a minute. I'm using my Wavy Talk wand. It is the tool that has like 5 different attachments that you can attach to the base, and this one is tapered, so it's thicker at the base and smaller at the top. So it gives me a slightly tighter curl than when I use my wand that is the same width all the way down, but not as tight as the chopstick wand. It's sort of like a good in between the two. When it comes to curls like this, I'm not super particular about my sectioning because it really doesn't matter. It's more about just getting hair out of the way that I'm not ready to curl and curling in small to medium chunks. So obviously you want to section the hair up and out of the way so you're not like fighting with your hair, trying to move a bunch of hair that you don't want to curl out of the way, but it's not about like creating precise sections per se. It's just about making the whole process easier for yourself. You can, of course, take bigger sections than I'm taking. Bigger sections will result in a slightly looser curl. Smaller sections will result in a tighter curl. I also try not to hold the wand too long on my hair, probably 2 to 4 seconds. It is enough for me. I use it on medium heat and I only hold for a few seconds. If your hair is more coarse, you might need to hold it longer, but if your hair is relatively fine like mine, you probably won't. On to the last section here. I like to do the bits around my face in small pieces, and I do often like to actually curl the bits around my face towards my face. I know a lot of people like to curl away from the face. I just find curling towards the face gives me different lift, and there's not a wrong way to do it. Some people are like, well, you're supposed to go. You're not supposed to do anything. You can do whatever you want to your hair. There's no rule that says you're supposed to do this or you're supposed to do that. Curling away from your face just became a very popular look, but there is no supposed to. You're supposed to do whatever you like and what makes you feel good. So let's just remember that. My curls are cooling down, so while they do that, let me just show you my attachments if you haven't seen them. So there's this one. This is not too hot. So what you do is you just push the button and it pops off, and you can switch out the attachment for one of the other 4 because there are 5 in total. Get that to stay there and not fall. So there's my thermal styling brush, which you guys see all the time because I use this one a lot, and this is probably my favorite of the attachments and the ones I use the most often. There is this curling wand, which is a weird one. I've never loved this one. I think it kind of makes a bit of a messy curl. If I had longer hair, I could see liking this because it's much more of like a beachy wave, but in a really undone messy way that I think would work better for longer hair. Not so much mine. The chopstick wand, which is the really skinny one, and this one gives you a super, super tight curl. And then you have the big wand, which is really nice for giving you just a wave or for using before you set your hair in rollers or something like that. So if you are looking for hair tools, it is a great option because you can get all 5 tools, keep the attachments in your little bag, and not have to have 5 physical, big, full-size tools with cords sitting in your cupboard, which takes up a lot of space. And now I'm just gonna finger comb out the curls. Good morning, day 4. and today we're going to hopefully just wear our hair down. We washed it and I curled it for some content yesterday. We did that in our video yesterday. So today I'm hoping that the curls from yesterday are lasted well and that we can just wear our hair down. I did sleep with my satin bonnet on, so let's see how the curls lasted. I kind of plopped them in to my bonnet before I went to bed. I'm gonna shake them. Perfect, perfect. Because they were in the bonnet, we don't really have to brush them, and that's what I'm really trying to avoid, is brushing them. I'm going to use a little dry shampoo here. The reason we don't want to brush them is because obviously if you brush them, just like natural curls, girls want to avoid brushing them because they get frizzy and fluffy. But if I hadn't worn the satin bonnet, I would have to brush it. I love it. It looks great. That was easy peasy. Don't have to do anything else today. We're just gonna continue living our curly life. And for people who are skeptical about whether or not curls can last in fine hair, I mean, look at these. These are almost 24 hours old now, have been slept on, were danced in last night for an hour and a half, so yeah. I'll see you tomorrow. The curls, they still curling. I mean, how crazy is that? They are still so curly. So, I don't know. Do we try to save them for one more day? I don't even know if I can. I mean, I want to because they're so pretty. I did put an overnight serum in my hair yesterday too, and the curls are still curling. I wasn't sure if that was gonna like make them fall out. This is just blowing air. Hold on. All right. Fresh bottle. There we go. Now, I don't really want to brush it, but I feel like I need to brush it a little bit because there are some tangles in there. So we're just going to brush it gently. Yeah, I mean, why wouldn't I wear this today? I think it looks good. Roots are looking all right. These curls for me have been a 10 out of 10 this week. I think I might have to curl my hair like this more often because it definitely gets me through the week without having to do much to my hair, which I love. I love. And like the volume with these curls has been amazing. So I have been loving these curls for sure. Hopefully you enjoyed this week's vlog. I will see you guys next week. Make sure you hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of my vlogs or any of my other videos that I post, because I post at least one piece of content every single day and long form content 3 times a week. So yeah, hit that notification bell and subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. Like and share my video with any of your friends that you think would also enjoy this content.